as we're learning about this new data that the CDC has been citing, so these breakthrough infections for the vaccinated are transmissible, and the severity of Delta appears to be worse. What can you tell us about that? What are you seeing in the data?
Well, the key finding in the data that emerged in recent days was this finding about transmission among those who have breakthrough infections. So just to define this, a breakthrough infection is an infection that takes place in somebody who's been fully vaccinated. These are unusual because the vaccines are highly effective, and they're particularly extremely effective at preventing severe illness and death. And that is true. And with Delta, it's been true with the other variants. But what we found is that in these breakthrough infections with Delta, it turns out people can still transmit, whereas this was not true to the same extent with the Alpha variant and prior variants. And it's for that reason that the CDC shifted its guidance to incorporate this new information and recommended that fully vaccinated people, especially in areas of substantial or high transmission, wear masks when they're in public indoor spaces to help reduce transmission.
So my question on this, since we did find this out, this new finding about the ability to transfer among breakthroughs, is how safe are our kids going back to school, which I know the administration still recommends in-person learning. No kid under 12 is vaccinated. Masks certainly aren't foolproof, especially younger kids who don't wear them incorrectly. So is it safe for them to be back in school this fall?
Well, Sarah, I'm glad you asked. And to me, this is a very personal matter because I have two small kids who are also supposed to go back to school in the fall and who are too young to be eligible for vaccination yet. So I'm thinking about their safety as well. And look, the key is we need our kids to be in school because many of our kids have lost out, missing school over the past year. But what we also need to do is to make sure it's safe. And that's one of the reasons that the layers of precautions that the CDC articulated a couple of weeks ago for schools are so important. You're right that there's no one thing on its own that's going to protect our kids, but we've got to do several things. That's where masks come in, regular testing, better ventilation, keep distancing whenever possible, keeping kids home when they're sick to avoid spreading potential infection. We've got to do a lot of these. And one of the things that does concern me, Sarah, is in communities where states are thinking about restricting the ability of schools to require masks or do testing. To me, that's worrisome because it means that we're taking away measures that could keep our kids safe.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.